corrections or changes to the agenda?
Make a motion, we approve the agenda as typed.
Second.
Motion by Roger Spencer, second by Holly Levine to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor, please signify by raising your one hand. Right hand. One hand. Either one, I don't care. Okay, 7 in the affirmative, 1 absent. The agenda is approved. Next is a consent agenda, which is approval of the minutes of the previous meeting and approval of disbursements. Are there comments, changes, or corrections to the consent agenda?
I move we approve the consent agenda. Second.
Motion by Donna Allen, second by Holly Levine. All those in favor of approving the consent agenda, please signify by raising your right hand. 7 in the affirmative with 1 absent. The consent agenda is approved. Next is public forum. Anyone wishing to speak at public forum? Anyone wishing to speak at the public forum? This is going to be your last chance. You won't hear me read this again then. Very good then. No one's going to speak at public forum. We'll move right along. Next is reports, the administration report. Any comments for the city administrator? No comments for the city administrator? Very good, then we'll move on to the long-term projects report by the city administrator. And yeah, I think you want to talk about that.
Yeah, a couple of things that happened in the meantime that I printed this off. For the ARPA water line and stormwater improvements, I asked Kurt about it today, and he said they've moved the notification back to mid-November since they didn't meet their October deadline.
Yeah. Talk about Oasis. Or optics, pardon.
They've been in town a lot lately, my understanding is that they have stuff on order and they've had some stuff delivered. They've rented a space in town to put their materials, so we should see the activity start to tick up on that quite a bit. Lakeside Park, the pavilion, that contract for engineering, we did talk to the design firm and Alger Martin about their submittal and how high it was, and they are going to be resubmitting a new contract shortly. So I've already notified Missouri State Parks about that. So if that one comes back and it's more reasonable, they're still our first pick on the design and the engineering of it. I'll bring it to you guys and see if you want to go that much. It will be. We budgeted $44,000. They are going to allow us 25% more, so that would get us up to $55,000. Anything above that, it would have to be out of our pocket. We'd have to find the funds some way to do it. So. And if they don't come back and it's not reasonable, we'll move to the next one and start trying to negotiate with Patterson, Latimer, Denham, Jones, PLJ, BD, I think is what it is. Random. I forget how many names are in there. A bunch.
Who's doing the sidewalk stuff?
This is all MoDOT work that's going on right now. It is D&E out of Springfield is the company doing it, but those are all MoDOT projects right now. Our project will, I notified them that they need to go out for bid again so that in December we can get something figured out on it.
Okay. Anything else on the Alarm Burn Project report? Any questions?
Can you talk about the digital signs?
Two digital signs on the ARPA funding list, one down at Hooper Road and Barbara Drive, and the other one we wanted to put it out at the highway, but MoDOT wouldn't let us because our sign is actually on the right of way. So we moved it down to Memorial Park, be a digital information sign that we can post events, notifications, that type of thing on.
Severe weather.
Severe weather, red flag, no burning.
So nothing like, I think there's a billboard sign in there where the garden planters have their stuff. Nothing in there could be put in.
We don't own that land.
And that's really low. What that is.
I understand. I just
Yeah,
figured
you
you
couldn't
could
see
put
it
a
from
post
the-
on it.
You couldn't see it from the highway.
And how many yards did it have to be away? It was,
It just, for out at the highway, it
what, 100
100
yards?
yards or something like that. I mean, it's, the big billboard that's vacant right now is outside of the boundary area, but that's on private property and that's not a publicly owned sign to begin with either, so. Next best place, Memorial Park.
Yeah, people drive through Canal, it'll be there. Everybody travels Canal. Anything else? Very good then. We'll move right along to department reports. I think we had a building inspector's report, didn't we?
Or actually, can we go back?
Go
What's
ahead.
the update on the website? I heard back from Ashley today, who I've been working with. She's got everything migrated over. She's got everything ready on their end. There's still some of the pages that we need to build on our side. And then there are some settings that Scott has to make to our DNS. I don't really understand exactly what that means, but she sent a whole list of instructions for what he needs to do. And then at that point, we're ready to go live. We just need to decide if we want to go live with it as it is, start very basic and then add as we go along, or if we want to wait until we get more content added before we go live.
And I want to make sure we get that notification thing in.
Yes, and she also said on the app, they have got the basics on there. We just need to decide what else we want on the app home menu. And once we've decided that, they are ready to send it to Apple and to Google to get it approved.
Okay.
We do have a electronic statement coming in from Tammy Greenberg. We're still waiting on it to come in. Tammy can't talk anymore, so she's going to be putting it in electronically, and we'll have that when she.
Okay. Good.
She's one of the only 2 people, I think, that listen to the meeting every time, so.
Anything else? Now we'll move on to department reports. I guess you must have done, I don't know, when's the building inspector? So I thought I saw one on my desk.
I did not
Didn't get one?
that.
Okay. All right, we'll wait next month on that then. All right, so then let's go to PD. We got PD here.
No, I was out of the office all last week. I do not have one this time.
Okay.
There's several things going on. I'll get on the next one.
All right, thank you.
Tammy's statement is that there's been some speeding on Murray Lane again, and they actually took out a mailbox again.
That's from DWI, not speeding.
Oh, that was DWI?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, that was a hit and run. Who we know who it is. So.
okay.
I did get a message from a resident over in Ward 2 over the weekend, and I think it's been brought to you guys' attention, and you may have already addressed it. They're at Joplin and Allen Street. I guess there is a bread delivery truck that a resident parks at the residence, and I guess it's not technically in violation, they were told, but it's obstructing the view, and I guess people coming off Allen have almost been hit because they can't see past it. I didn't know if you guys had addressed it or even maybe just contacted the resident and asked him if he can move it for safety's sake.
I haven't heard of any complaints. I'll check on it though.
Yeah, he, I guess Saturday, somebody was pulling out there and couldn't see past it and almost got hit by a truck coming from the north. So, if you could, I told him I would bring it up to you tonight.
Anything else? PD? Public Works, we got a Public Works report here. Only 80 shut-offs?
We're climbing.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. And Cooper and Jeff completed wastewater school, huh?
Yep.
Good, they passed?
Don't think the test is coming Friday.
All right, good. That's fantastic. Anything for Jay? Very well, then we'll move on to committee reports. Let's go to budget and finance
Why
first.
don't we?
Why don't we go to budget?
Last week, Mike Burns was out, but I had suggested that we try to get together and do a joint committee meeting, maybe before the next meeting. Kind of look, I know you've got some stuff in mind that you talked about, kind of see what our plans are for using some of the park money and the ARPA money to see how we can fit in some of this other stuff. If not now, at least we'll have everything earmarked, maybe going into some budget talks. If that's something you'd be interested in.
Absolutely.
What do you think, maybe like 6 o'clock so we can go over several things if we need to prior to the next meeting?
Yep, that works.
If we can get that on the calendar then for budget and facilities to meet at 6 o'clock on the 15th. And that's all I have unless somebody has any questions.
Anything else for budget? Code nuisance? Rick?
Yes, sir. We actually met prior to this meeting, spoke about a couple of things. First, when we talked about, or this is on the agenda, was amending chapter 30 for miscellaneous driving rules. Basically, it's a cutting corners so people can't skip a stop sign or a stoplight by cutting through a restaurant or whatever, any other commercial driveway or anything similar to that. We would recommend approving that at our next meeting on the agenda. And then we also talked about chapter 110. It has to do with how we're elected and different rules. One of the rules that is on the Alderman, towards the middle of it, is nor shall any person be elected by an alderman who is in arrears for a tax lien, forfeiture, or defalcation in office. All members of the board should hold their office for 2 terms, which is the same. We would like to add that to the mayor's rules and regulations for about being elected. So that's what we talked about. We recommend changing that as well.
Very good. Those will both be next meeting, guys. Anything else?
Yes, sir.
Any questions for code nuisance? Human resources, Roger.
Nothing.
Any questions for Roger? Public facilities and planning, Mike?
I have nothing, sir.
Have you ever talked to Ray Schmidt about sprinklers yet?
I haven't. I don't know if anybody else
I
has.
talked to him the other day and nobody's contacted him yet.
Get on that.
So you guys probably need to do something if you ever want sprinklers.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, the CID will be out there pulling them up.
All right. Thank you.
All righty. Anything for public facilities? Senior citizens? Richard?
I really don't have a big report other than to thank you all for the work that has been done in regard to lighting. We brought that up last time. The job is not done yet. So it seems like it's taking a long time to change light bulbs. But I want to thank you for what has been done. So.
All righty. Yeah, it's not just a light bulb. You got to totally rewire the thing. I think. But yeah, it's not a big
Been
deal.
known for a long
It's
time.
not a big deal.
Will they change
Anything
it?
for Richard?
They changing the ballast in them or something?
No, it's not a ballast. You're putting LEDs in. So you have to
Oh,
rewire it so
oh,
the
yeah.
LEDs go. It's kind of like the ones we have in City
Yep.
Hall. It's more energy efficient and they're a lot brighter too. Anything else for senior citizens?
Breakfast this weekend?
I'm sorry?
Breakfast this weekend?
Yes.
I wish I wasn't gonna be out of town.
You're always out of town.
Oh, I'm just a butterfly.
Mayor's monarchs.
Unfinished business. Let's see, Mr. Satterley,
Yes,
do you have any unfinished business?
I do not, sir.
Thank you. Mike,
I have nothing, sir.
Donna?
Nothing.
I have nothing. Roger?
Nothing.
Rick?
No, sir.
Bob?
Nothing.
No, sir.
Ellie? Mr. Talley?
No.
Lena?
No, sir.
Crystal?
No, sir.
Steve?
Yes, sir. Two things. One of them we've talked about consistently over the year, several years now, is a basket system out at the Deerfield lift station. 3 weeks ago, we tore up another pump with a plug. So Kurt has talked to Jay and myself. They've come up with a basket system that they can do somewhere around $40,000 to put it in. It will have to be an additional manhole and rack and basket and the lift system for the basket. They'll get it drawn up and out for bid. We have over 500,000 in that reserve for the sewer system, just for that purpose when we have these things like that come through.
Yeah, and how many times has that thing gone out?
It is once every 3 weeks, probably. Once every 2 weeks. We have.
Does it burn up anything, or you just have to clean it up?
Sometimes.
Yeah, and
Sometimes it burns
that's
like
expensive
pumps.
too.
Those pumps are about $28,000 a piece.
Is this the same problem that's been ongoing that we're talking about fixing?
It sure is.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
This is one over northeast part of town,
Yes,
Deerfield.
north,
back where the school is.
northwest part of town, yeah.
Okay.
The other is we got our health insurance renewal. We're looking at somewhere between 5 and 8% for an increase. Not too bad. I was expecting a whole lot more than that. We are also looking at changing our vision and dental coverage for the amount that we're spending now on it. If we go to a different company, we should be able to actually get better benefits or the same benefits and a lower cost. So we're looking at those. We've actually got to get that done pretty quick, so I hope we have something for the next meeting on it too.
Medicare's going down $5.
Yep. SSI is going up.
That's because they charged us too much this year.
That's all I've got.
Thank you. Mark, unfinished. Jay,
Those,
new business. Holly,
No, sir.
Bob,
Nothing.
Rick,
No, sir.
Nothing.
I have nothing. LaDonna,
Nothing.
Mike,
I have nothing, sir.
Mark.
I actually have something I'd like to bring up. I think I've talked about it before. The lights out here aren't causing a problem to me, but they are on a lot.
They leave them on.
Leave them on. I thought that was on a timer, like an
Yeah,
hour.
they
timer.
are. I went out there the other day and just twisted the timer and it shut them off. I wonder if that timer's not working right.
Don't know. I know it's been on all weekend.
Okay, text me and I'm up here. I'll go turn them on.
I don't have your phone number. And I got rid of Facebook, so I ain't Facebook messages.
Okay.
You can give me your number.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to. Because that's too far for me to walk. I'd rather have you drive up here.
Is that something that maybe when the PD does their rounds one evening, they can just maybe glance over and see if they're on and
Walk out there. Or the dial.
call you so you get to go?
Call you so I can drive up. Call me and I'll drive up here.
Yeah, you can call me. I'll tell you if they're on and you can come up here.
Drive up
You think
here,
maybe we
knock
could just
on Mark's
fix the-
door and him and I will walk over.
Fix it then.
Yep, we'll get her taken care of. One way or another.
I'm just saying, I can walk over there, but I can't walk over all the time.
Evidently, we got a timer issue. I'll have the electrician, he's been here several times. We'll have him take a look at it.
Need to get the program. They can go off at midnight or whatever. For sure, every time. Or 11 or whatever you decide. Anything else?
No, I have nothing else.
New business, Mr. Talon?
No.
Elena?
No, sir.
Crystal?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Steve? Oh, my God. Mark? Jay?
Oh, my
Is
goodness.
there any other business before the council this evening?
Yeah, waiting my heart settle down, will you?
I move we adjourn.
Second.
Motion by Don Allen, second by Rick Flynn, to adjourn. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 7 in the affirmative, 1 absent. We are adjourned. Thank you all very much for attending.
For these second meetings.
My understanding is gonna be on the agenda tonight. I have a question regarding my water bill. So Steve, and I was understanding that you printed all my paperwork. So that I can
That should have been in
discuss that
public forum. I mean, we could talk about it, but it's not gonna be official. That's the whole thing.
tonight. Did you get my paperwork printed out, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mayor's got it.
We can talk about it
Next one?
in there, or you can talk about it next time we go in there.
Or next time, either one.
Next time. You want to do it next meeting? Pardon?
I'd rather not wait.
Okay.